Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we're going to be breaking down the new backstage footage, showing off some of this year's new backstage areas, in which we have the likes of the new updated backstage corridors, the locker room, canteen, and the parking lot. First up, we get a glimpse of the new gorilla position, which is the area behind the stage, with this area slightly updated when compared with last year, as we're seeing that the TV is now mounted on the wall, but the table still remains. As we switch to the second area, we see the locker room, which has now been updated since last year, although it doesn't seem to have changed too much, aside from graphically, with a new Raw logo appearing on the TV screen as Cesaro sets up Rollins for the TV spear. Also shown in the background, you'll notice a table containing a briefcase, confirming this too returns after being added last year. Next up, we get a glimpse of the main corridor, which has also been updated and sees more equipment boxes added, alongside the seamstress's table, which you can go to and customize your attire in My Career mode. Also visible at the end of the hall is the green screen area that we're seeing in the My Career mode screenshots, with this area working similarly to the interview area in 2K17, in which you can see what appears to be Brie Bella cutting a promo. Next up, we get a look at the updated GM office, which hasn't changed too much since 2K17, and once again sees the likes of Triple H and other GMs standing behind the desk. This next area is one of the new additions, as we have our first look at the catering area, in which you can see dozens of tables set up with coffee machines and other kitchen equipment, which is all interactive. As we head back to the authorities office, this time around we get a shot of the other side of the room, in which you can see that it is now a lot bigger and contains a separate table in the middle of the room, complete with office chairs for meetings and contract signings, along with various frame posters on the wall, including the cover of 2K18. As the camera pans around and shows Seth and Cesaro back in the locker room, then we get another glimpse of the seamstress's table, before we then see the addition of 2 treadmills in the locker room, which brings back memories of Here Comes the Pain, in which players could interact with the treadmills and go for a run. Next up, we'll have the parking lot, with this footage showing off 2 things. Firstly, there's the parking attendant who was mentioned in the My Career mode screenshots, as you had to go up to him and talk to him to further the storyline, and then we'll also have both Seth and Cesaro climbing the truss, which for superstars with a new truss daredevil ability can actually dive off the top of it. As for the ice machine, whilst I've not heard anything official, I'd imagine that this too will be interactive, therefore I can't wait to try this out and just see what environmental finishers are actually included. Staying with the parking lot, and here we see the limo parked up with both Rollins and Cesaro grappling on top of it, with superstars who have the new car finisher ability able to perform their finisher on top. Also shown in the background is another throwback to Here Comes the Pain, as we see a forklift truck which hopefully will be interactable and allow players to drive around. Finally, in this last shot of the parking lot, we see Cesaro pushing an equipment box into Seth, which confirms that he can now push these around, with the background displaying the semi-trailer and a ladder, which allows players to climb up and battle on top of it, as well as allowing players with a semi-trailer finisher to perform their finishing move, or to dive off it if they have the semi-trailer daredevil ability. One other thing that I do want to point out is the semi-trailer in the background, as this has been updated to feature the renders of the superstars in the game, therefore you can actually see that Sasha has a brand new attire. So there you go, that completes this breakdown of the new footage and gives you an overview of those new areas. I think it looks really promising, and I love that there's a few throwbacks to Here Comes the Pain, as that was one of the best backstage areas in my opinion, but what do you think? Let me know your thoughts on the new backstage areas in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you can be notified the second any more news drops. Until then though, I hope you've enjoyed this video, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.